Hello there everyone, my name's Identity. Lately, I've been looking at this beautiful son of a gun. Technoblade has become a very quick, interesting YouTuber in my regard, and I'm surprised I missed him for this long. But, I got into looking into a few things. This is how a quarter of the fanbase likes to draw Technoblade. And it looks friggin' amazing. A good thank you to Amateur64 for this amazing art piece. The link to this picture will be in the description down below. And this is how the rest of the fan base likes to draw Technoblade. I prefer these designs more. It is a bit closer to how his skin actually is, which is just a pig man. But, needless to say, this is all really cool art. And this art piece was done by the Flaming Ace. A link to the direct picture will be in the description down below. Thank you guys for giving me permission to use your art. But regardless, let's get into why we actually came to this video. I'm going to use the artwork to make a skin for Technoblade. So, I've grabbed a few generic skins right here. This is a generic Technoblade skin. This is technically just a skin of his clothing. I have this here for backup purposes mainly. They look so weird without their muzzles. And then, of course, here is the skin of the pigment. This is what we're going to be using and essentially turn into Technoblade. Help, someone has taken my nose. And yes, we'll be, of course, using this pig skin here for the main colors. The way how I've seen that Technoblade actually works is that he is a pigman, but he's based off of the original zombie pigmen that were in Minecraft's original Nether. These pigmen, however, have been technically deleted. They don't exist anymore, so technically, Technoblade is an extinct species. Interesting. If there's only one male left of a race, is it still considered extinct? I don't know. But regardless, let's get started. I think the best way to start off is to put the clothing on the pigman. Because I'm going to have to work on his skin a whole bunch. Because the way how I've seen it, or at least the way that MatPat has worked it, is that pigmen were originally pigs that mutated in the Nether. So we're going to work with that concept. Blood for the blood god. There we go. We've primarily painted his shirt red, which will become his glorious cape. Or coat, I guess. If you're wondering why I've left the gold here, it's because I'm going to be using it to remake his crown later on. Alright, so we have now primarily filled this pigman with basic clothing. He's on his way to becoming the ultimate killing machine. I just snapped my neck. You know, it's very rarely that I get to have fun with some of these skins, but in this case... I don't know why, it just looks so silly seeing the big snout on him. I really hope it doesn't make me giggle this much when I'm done. There we go. As you can see, I'm just getting the basic outline. I'm not going to finish this right here, right now, because I want to save the gold. Primarily so I can do this really easy. Nice. I do kind of wish that there was a way I could just mimic the colors immediately. That'd be fun. There we go. Got the main color down. Let's get this wider color through. Right. I had to get rid of the gold back here because it was in the way of the cape. But I still got most of the color, and the only color I lost is still right here. So we're good. Never get rid of your colors unless you have a spot where you can keep them safe. Forgive me, I'm not doing the sides here. Well, I will at least make them match the main color. But forgive me, I'm not putting all the effort of the design pattern he has in his damn armpit. His arms, on the other hand, can get a bit more effort into them. Oh, first, let's repaint them with the primary color. We'll turn on dual sides again so we can make this go by faster. Yes, look at this extinguished gentleman. This is actually coming along right nicer than I thought it would. I just realized it might look silly to some people that I'm apparently just doing what this skin already is. Mind you though, this is actually two skins layered over each other. So to prevent anything from glitching or breaking, I am still going through the process of designing everything. This is one solid skin. No layering over BS. Okay. Let's actually take a break from the main body and get rid of this damn gold by making his crown. Alright, it's a three-colored layer crown with the darkest color on the bottom and the brightest on the top. Yes, I'm aware that I'm cutting around Techno's ears. I am cutting around Techno's ears because it's Technoblade. You know he would. Alrighty then. This is how the skin's coming so far. Yes, I'll admit I'm being a little lazy on the crown by not adding in the rest of his gems. But I'm going to be honest with you guys, I hate making crowns on this thing. They're never balanced properly in my mind. And it's just hard for me to stay focused on them. Plus, I'm not really sure what's supposed to be in Techno's head anyways, considering emeralds and diamonds are the only thing you'd really be able to stick in a crown. So I'm not really sure what Techno has in his crown to begin with. Also, to anyone who's curious of why I'm taking a piglin skin and putting Techno's clothes on it, the main reason is because this is just a lot easier to do. If I were to do the opposite and say take the piglin's textures and try to put it on Techno's skin, that would take even longer than this is. Techno's clothing, while it does have some annoying patterns that are a bit tedious to copy. At least Techno's pattern scales are in the minimum of most skins. The piglins, however, have a ridiculous skin pattern that is constant. Even with how little skin there is actually showing, it would still take longer for me to copy and paste all of the little itty bitty skin colors. Here we go. I have successfully copied all of Technoblade's clothing, or at least what I could copy, onto the main piglin's skin. This actually looks pretty good so far, but we're not quite done yet. We need to make it look like that Techno has lived on the surface for a while. And that's why we need to do this. So I'm going to take the three main colors of this pig's skin and try to turn it into piglin skin. Because my idea is that since Techno lived on the surface so much, it would make the most sense that he would still share the colors of a pig. We're just primarily giving him the body features of a piglin, but the standardized color scheme of a pig. This is again has actually a good reason as to why it's best not to use certain skin layers, because you can't draw or edit things sometimes. It's a big pain. Oh no. That stayed, but that also means that this skin's locked in, so if I delete anything, I lose all this progress. Yay! But yeah, no, let's get that nose design. Now, to you guys, I may not also be copying the color scheme perfectly, but I'm not really trying to go for absolute perfection. I'm just trying to make this look believable, more or less. Which, if you think going believable means copying completely, then I do agree. But let's be honest, that's going to be someone who has better eyes to the color theory than I do. You know, I didn't intend this, but it kind of feels like I'm painting with war paint. I did not intend for this feel, but it's kind of amusing and very fitting for the pig that never dies. Oh, thank goodness. You have no idea how worried I was thinking that the snout was going to look silly. Now, I actually did try to look up whether or not Techno's eyes would be white or black. As far as I can tell, though, the piglin's eyes are white because the nether is technically a very dark area. I'm assuming, since we're going with that Techno was born on the surface plane, I'm going to assume his eyes were black, plus a lot of the art supports that too. So we'll keep with that. Well, it may not be perfect, but there we go. That is the full-on Piglin Technoblade skin. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And let me know if there's any way you would improve it, or just what you would change. But for now...
Blood for the bloody god, skull for the skull throne. Good night.